Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we've got some economic issues, no doubt about that. We're working on getting rid of the never-eaten arbitrators down over here. There's not all that much left of them, to be honest, so that's looking good. There's still this area down here, and we do have our ships on the way over there, so that'll be fine, but we obviously need to handle a battle. Oh, they can just use pirates. That's fine. We obviously need to handle our economic situation, right? There's no doubt about that. The economy is a significant issue at this time. So let's take a look through here, see if there's anything that needs to be done in terms of planets for the moment. The answer is no. We are up to 2,098 pops at this point. Okay, we've got so many jobs that need to be filled. We have so many. So we're waiting on that to hopefully get finished up eventually. But we'll see. So our alloy count is a bit on the low side right now. We are wanting to reinforce some of these fleets. Specifically, I believe it's this one. Yeah, let's get that going. So that'll be fine. But I'm quite concerned about our economy at this point. I'd like to get out of these wars fairly soon, and I'm wondering where our army is at this time. Okay, so they're currently on new routes, invading. Where is this? Ah, this system. Right, the frame rate is not good here. There's a few things happening. Okay, so, yeah. There are several ships here. No doubt about it. We're currently invading here, and that'll be finished in the eventual times. I think that's the best way to put it. So we'll see when that ends up finishing. I would really like to get the Never-Eaten Arbitrators War over, and then are we going to participate in the Natfunk and Vestige War? Honestly, I feel like our Federation has that under control, and by the time we get there, there's not going to be much for us to do. That's my current theory, anyway. We'll see if I'm still feeling that way a little later on, but for now, that is definitely the way that I'm feeling. So they're going down to attack here. That's understood. We have our forces up over this direction for now. They're going directly into Uldor. Okay, I'm actually surprised I ordered them to go into Uldor, since they're going to have different timings that they're going to arrive, but since these guys left, that's fine. We don't actually care. So that'll be okay. No issue there in theory.
Aggressor colony emancipated.
Okay, so this is now taken over. We need to head up over this direction. We're going to lose control of that planet, which is unfortunate. I'd like to have the pop, but we are going to lose control over that planet. And there's also a mega shipyard framework here, noted. I want to come in and land over this way, although I'm surprised that these guys haven't already done it. There's nothing defending this. Why have you not attacked? You just go here. You're right there. I don't know what their plan is here, but it's not a good plan. They should get that taken care of. Yes, we knew that we would lose this colony. That's fully expected. Administrative control there is being lost, and that was 100% going to happen no matter what. That is all completely fine. So we're going to go into what I believe is the last area of the Never-Eaten Arbitrators down over here. And all of our ships are going to show up here eventually. The question is, are these guys going to try to fight for it? The answer appears to be no. They're just sitting there. So that looks good. No doubt about that. Okay. So this is fully under control now. These guys should be leaving. That looks good. We're heading up to take over Jabeth, which, I mean, we're going to lose control of that as well. That's fully expected as well. And I want these guys to get all caught up. So what I want to do right now is I want to get all of these forces set up to go to Hyken. They're going to go right here. And we can actually train this guy a bit. Sure, this will be fine. What do we got here? Oh, you can be an admiral. Definitely. Do we have any other admirals that need to be upgraded? Yes, actually, the Claws of Ivory. Sure, you can be an admiral as well. Perfect. So they're going to move in over here, and we'll just position here.
Battle commenced.
We're currently fighting this transport fleet. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so Jabbeth is going to fall basically instantly. The moment our force actually arrives here, they don't have any defenses. I have no idea why the AI hasn't attacked with this army. It makes no sense, but we're going to go handle it. There we go.
Planetary invasion begun.
And that is instantly taken over.
Aggressor colony emancipated.
Perfect. We're going to lose control of that, but that's understood and is completely fine. So now we need to come down to Oldor, and we need to land on what is currently their capital, Thumo. So I want to make sure our army is selected. There we go. And we're going to come land on Thumo. How is that doing? 408? Not a concern. Beautiful. So that's looking good. We're going to come on in with our very slow Federation fleet. I want that to immediately head to Hyken as soon as it can. We're going to do what we did before, where the Federation fleet goes in first, everything else goes in afterwards, and it'll be fine. So, off we go here. And I'm wondering what the status of this war is. Okay, this looks very under control. Yeah, the Nefunkin Vestige is absolutely not going to be succeeding this. This is over. We don't need to participate in that, and we won't participate in that.
Battling aggressor station.
These guys went. Okay. We should probably come in ourselves. Cool. Yes, we lost administrative control of that colony.
Complete.
That is fully expected. And here comes those reinforcements. So climate restoration has finished. I guess we could go for like the devolving beam, but we really don't need a planet killer. So ancient shield overchargers, that's interesting. That's actually very interesting. We might go for that. Okay, so obviously our Federation fleet is taking the brunt of this right now, right? And it's not going to win on its own, but that's why we have our reinforcements coming in, and our ships are significantly better than the Federation ships. So we're using the Federation ships as expendable ships. Well, and they're softening up the enemy, and then our ships are sweeping in for the kill, is the idea here. So that's looking absolutely fine. And there we go. That is completely taken over. Beautiful. At this point, we know that there is a research that we can do here. So I want to take one of these guys, and I don't think it matters which one. I'm going to take the Clever Clam. We're going to have it leave this area for the time being. And I want it to... Actually, we can't. Right. We're going to have to wait. Or make a new science ship. Or make a new science ship. I'm going to make a new science ship. So we're going to grab, where are you in here? Science ship. There we go. So that'll be done in 20 days. No big deal there. I want to get all of these guys pulling back to Gothra. So they're going to come into orbit here. They'll arrive there eventually. That will help our economy, but it won't solve our economic issues. So that'll be good. The Drifting Coracle is in Kachada right now, and it needs new orders. Its orders are going to be to come to Acela, and we're going to build a Habitat Central Complex here. Okay, so that looks good. Astral Rift event, okay. That's fine. And, of course, we're going to be coming in with our... What route are we taking here? Ah, I see. That's a somewhat awkward route, but we're going to be coming in and landing on Thumo fairly soon. This is the only location left for the Neberitan Arbitrators, as far as I know. So if they still exist after this, then they have something little out there somewhere. But we're not going to participate, I don't think, in the Nefunkin Vestige War. We've got economic issues, and we need to solve them. So, to that end, I want to take a look through our planets here and see if there's any constructions that are needed. Not yet, it looks like. Okay, that's good to know. It's not shocking. Not shocking in the slightest, but we're going to want to come down the tree. A special project over here. Okay, for now I'm not interested in that. We want to come grab this debris. So that is going to be... We could have our Prime Forecaster do this. So we could research this project. And this debris has a trace of advanced strike craft. Okay. Noted. So that seems fine for the moment, and our transport fleet will arrive in Uldor fairly quickly. Once it gets there, we are absolutely going to be taking over a lot of... Well, we're going to take over that territory. And, oh, their fleet is back. Okay. Well then. We're going to have to come back up over here. That is very unfortunate. I was hoping that their fleet wouldn't be back or that it wouldn't come back here. I was hoping we'd full-on destroyed it, but apparently we had not. That's understood. It's not the most surprising thing in the world, but it is sad. Okay, so at this point, I would like to reinforce all of our fleets. There we go. And these guys are going to arrive back up over here in about 45 days. Now, day tick is currently about 700 milliseconds. So that's going to take a little bit to get there, but once these wars are dealt with, the day tick should go back down to around 500 milliseconds, which still isn't great, but it'll be a lot better. So that will definitely be good. We're at 2080 pops. Now you'll notice that we're down a little bit from what we were. That's because we had administrative control of a planet. This generator world, I would be delighted to put in a generator district on. That'll help our energy credit situation. Once that job gets filled, anyway. That's only a housing need right now, but that job will get filled eventually. Otherwise, not too much going on there. Okay, so I want all of these guys to get into position right here. Don't bother coming down this way. Just get into the jump point for Uldor. And actually, let's just go. Get back in here. We need to take this out. So I guess we're going to hang around here for a bit, but we can have these guys come in here. In fact, I want them to be at the jump point, or at least at the hyper relay here.
Battle commenced.
Because we're going to control the hyper relay, so the hyper relay will be absolutely fine. Okay, so this time we're going to take a bit of the brunt of this rather than the Federation fleet because I didn't time it, but this is fine. They are significantly weakened from where they were before. I don't expect this to be a significant amount of loss. So this should be okay. We're actually taking out those perdition beams, or taking them out with those perdition beams very, very nicely. Yeah, this is going very well, as expected. So there's another special project here from that battle debris. And of course, we need to bring these guys in now and land them on Thumo. Get in here. Okay. So that orbital ring is under control, and I'm just going to have these guys enter orbit at this starbase for now, where they're going to get some repairs or something. I just want to make sure that this doesn't happen again, so that'll be fine. We are transiting over as of right now. Beautiful. And now we're going to come in from the hyper relay, which is up over here, and we're going to land very shortly. Oddly, this starbase is regenerating. Like, this is controlled by the Nebaritan arbitrators still. I'm not sure why that orbital ring didn't get flipped. That's odd. But yet we're able to land on the planet. Okay. Weirdness is ensuing there, but whatever. We'll see what that ends up looking like. We don't really care as long as the Nebaritan arbitrators stop existing, right? That's the overall goal here. This is going to be the other awakened empire gone, at long last. Okay, so they're at 408 still. Looks good. Okay. What peace deal is this? The Netfonkin vestige pieced out. Okay, beautiful. So that's this up over here. We can see that no territory changed hands. They just wanted to be done. Fair enough. So there's also this down over here that I was actually unaware of. I didn't notice this. But that does exist. Cool. So we've invaded Thumo, and this will be done very, very shortly. It took a while for this to pop up. That's interesting. Well, at this point, we can see that one of these is nearly gone. Morale is broken here, so we should be focusing on these two armies. They're the two armies outputting actual damage, but I don't think that's what we're doing. No, we're focusing on this army primarily. Now we're focusing on this one. And not the armies I want to be focusing on, for sure. But it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, now we see army morale is broken here, and we're taking very little damage in return. So that looks phenomenal. So these are going to go away very shortly. Obviously, they don't really have a choice here. This is going to be ours. We're not going to have it for long. It'll flip over to us, and then it'll flip away. That's fine.
Aggressor colony emancipated.
Okay, so off we would go to Riador next, where they have a couple of locations. They've got Muladrock here, which is 3136, and they've got Mathel, which is 0. Okay, so I'm going to bring these guys in, and we're going to start bombarding at Muladrock, while we come in here, and we're going to land on Mathel. We'll do some amount of bombardment damage here. The question is, how much are we actually wanting to do there, right? Okay, so we have this construction ship. There we go. Out over here at Nariga. So we need to send out our colonization bugs. We'll do exactly that. Ariga Secundus looks good. And then in Ariga, we're going to want to build our orbitals. So this is going to be a major orbital here. This is going to be a major. This is going to be a minor. We're going to need a major out over here. That was enter orbit. We're going to need a major. We're going to need a minor. There we go. And then down here, of course, Ariga Prime, we can't build anything around, but we can build here a major orbital. This would then be a major orbital.
Preserved.
Major here. Major here. This would be a minor. And then this would be a major. And then this would be a minor. Is there another star here? No, that's it. Okay, looks good. So that's under control. This guy here, he can head up and research in Uldor. That looks good. Wow, we got here a lot faster with our army than we did with our navy. Okay, that's fine. It's going to take them some time to get down there. We should probably reinforce some of these ships. Yeah, some of that's going to need to happen. We aren't fully reinforced yet, but we'll get there. Okay, so here we are attacking Riador. This is, of course, going to be an instant success at Mathel because there are... Oh, they managed to get a defensive army here. Okay. Well, it's going to take a little bit anyway, then. So now we're bombarding Muladrock, and we have a decision to make. That decision is, do we want to bombard this for a while?
Colony emancipated.
Or do we want to just fight it and take higher losses with our army? It's certainly an interesting question. There are pluses and minuses both ways. I think I would rather be out of this war faster, though. What that generally means... I don't care about this. We're not going to control that long term. Okay, so what that generally means is I want to launch this invasion. We're going to continue bombarding until the invasion is launched. And we'll continue to whittle down on these defensive armies a bit. But yeah, we're going to take some army loss. That's absolutely understood. But at least we managed to eliminate one of these armies. And we're doing some damage to another one. But yeah, we're going to invade this, and it'll be fine, but we're going to take some losses.
Planetary invasion begun.
Cool. Now what I want to do is I want to pull these guys back. So we're going to head to Gothra immediately. Enter orbit here. Perfect. So that's going to take a little bit of time to get that done. That invasion is going to be a slow one. But we will manage to make our way through this eventually. But yeah, there's a lot of reserves there. It's a combat width of 7. It's going to take time. To that end, we could build additional armies. Oh, we have an exotic gas shortage. I did not realize that. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of an issue, of course. Let's check to see what we've got going on our worlds here. This research station, we can build a habitat upgrade. I mean, that's something, but it won't help any of our other issues. Okay, that looks fine. So we're at 2146. This is fake, though. We need to keep in mind that we will not have these pops on Mathel. There are 55 pops here. So that is going to bring us down to like 2090 something like that. That's absolutely okay, and this invasion is progressing reasonably well. We're going to win it, but we are definitely going to take losses. That's to be expected. We're definitely working our way through the morale of a number of these active armies. That's good. Yeah, we see their morale damage is broken. Keep in mind, our xenomorphs do not have morale. So when our xenomorphs get low, they're doing as much damage as any other xenomorph. So that's absolutely fine. That gives us a pretty sizable advantage, not to mention we have a large numerical advantage here. But this is going to be slow going on this invasion. No doubt about that. But we're certainly working through their reserves, and it'll happen eventually. We're going to take significant losses. We could build more xenomorph armies. That is a theoretical possibility, but with us being negative on minerals, I don't really want to do that at this time. We're negative on a lot of things right now, economically, and we do need to get that solved. So that is absolutely understood. This is an orbital dock here. What is this around? Okay,
Spaceport
pirates,
under
noted.
attack.
I'm wondering what this world type is. This is kind of an aggro world, really, more than anything. So let's mark that as an aggro world, and let's put in a climate optimization station, and I'm going to put in a habitation module. Okay, we'll come back and delete those orbital dockyards eventually, but for now, this will do. We have an orbital ring here as well. There's nothing to specialize it with yet. We can just put in a pair of habitation modules. That'll be okay. Now, where are those pirates? Dorelian. Okay, that's going to be a little awkward for us to get to. I'm going to tell the tsunami fleet to come out over here. It'll be 100 days before it gets there. So that's absolutely going to take a while. How's our invasion of Muladrak going? Quite well, actually. They are running out of reserves, and their morale is getting quite low overall. So that's looking fantastic. Of course, we just fielded a clone army, so there's that. I didn't know we had any of those left. That's kind of hilarious. Well, it's gone. No surprises there. Wow, we actually disengaged a xenomorph. I like it. I wish we'd disengage more xenomorphs. To be honest, I wish there was some amount of input that we could do here. Maybe not like total control, but I wish there was some sort of input that we could do to micro this battle a little bit. Even just if it worked like in Imperator, where you set a tactic going in. Even just that. But alas, that's not the way this works. So they're down to 2 reserves remaining, and most of their fielded armies are on low morale, so that is looking very, very solid. As expected, we are taking losses, but we'll definitely get through that pretty quickly. So that all seems absolutely phenomenal. How are things looking in Dorelian? Okay. Well, we would definitely like to take out more of these ships, but we'll be there in 43 days, so that is definitely making some progress. We could jump drive there from here. That'll get us there a lot faster. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll be fine. Back on our planetary invasion. Ah, this is looking very good. They are in full-on rout at this point. There's only one army in the front line, although it's still doing full damage. I would really like to be hitting this army and not these armies, but unfortunately, we're just absolutely focused on those disengaged armies for some reason. There's only one army doing significant damage here, and we are not hitting it. That's very sad. But this will be over imminently. Now we're hitting that army doing actual damage. Pirate station raided. Excellent. The tsunami fleet has managed to deal with that. And that pirate fleet is apparently still present. Noted. Okay, so this is the invasion succeeding.
Aggressor colony emancipated.
Beautiful. The Fall of the Awakened. Okay, so the Corinth Temple of Renewal won the game. The game isn't over. We're going to continue. I don't know why it considered the game end there, but whatever. The Fall of the Awakened. Fantastic. After a long and fierce conflict, the war that begun as a battle between two ancient empires has ended in the destruction of both. For all their ancient technological might, the arrogance and inflexibility of these ancient giants proved their undoing, and now they're gone, reduced to no more than another set of broken ruins of the past. A new age dawns on the galaxy, and from now on, the fate of the younger races will be entirely their own to decide. This will be the age of the Nimbulan Wow, I cannot speak. Meteorological. I always have a hard time with that one. Prediction Center. Excellent. So we're going to head back to probably Radar Central.
Handshake
now,
protocols activated.
we are not ending the game there because I want to unleash the big one. But we need to get our economy under control. Our economy is not under control as of right now. So that is absolutely a necessity. And yeah, we lost these colonies. That was expected. We're still up over 2,100 population though, so that's looking good. And we can see that now that our ships are docked up, we are positive in energy credits. That's a good sign. We're quite negative in Unity and consumer goods and minerals, but otherwise it's looking okay. So we'll do science ship automation and do that. There we go. Cool. Okay, so those wars are now completed. And what we want to do at this time is get our economy under control. So, to that end, we're going to need to change our balance of consumer goods somewhat.
Research
I would like
complete.
to produce a lot more consumer goods. There's ancient goods, or ancient shield overchargers finished. That's wonderful. I'm actually going to grab monthly Unity here. This is one of the things that we're negative on, so we would like to do that. How are we doing on our Mega Art installation upgrade? That's 2,600 days. Okay, I'm actually going to do that instead of this. I don't know that that's actually going to fully bring us up positive in Unity, but I would like to complete some of these other things like this. Let's get that over with for now. So that seems good for the moment. So most of our fleets are now docked up, and that is definitely boosting our energy credits, but we have a lot of other things that we want to be working on. No doubt about that. So, we are negative by 2 exotic gases. The Netfunkin Vestige is upset. We will not be bullied. They can attack us if they want. It's going to go just as well as it did last time. I wish you luck. And maybe we'll actually get the territory this time. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so what we need right now is lots and lots and lots of population. Oh, hello. There's an upgrade here on Aras Prime. We can do this. Beautiful. So that's definitely something that we're interested in doing. There's a lot of resources that we can harvest here. We would be delighted to do so. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to focus in a bit on our economy and just see what we can do about getting that as positive as possible. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.